Hi, welcome back to the Blind LP of Eagle Eye Mysteries in London. It's been a while, so we are going to start on the next case. So it's Case of the Standing Stones. I'm going to guess that it's about the Stonehenge. So we'll try and see whether I'm right. We're with Jake today. Oh, it's Nigel. Jake, Starkazi. Mom just came back from an assignment in Salisbury. Calm down and have a listen. Something strange has been going on at Stonehenge, see? What do you mean, Nigel? From what I overheard, it sounds like a druid attacked one of the gods in the dead of night, and no one knows why. Yikes! Yikes, how? Wait. Let's see what else Miranda can tell us. I think it's supposed to point that way. I got confused. Yikes, how creepy. Let's see what else Miranda can tell us, Starkazi. Maybe I should tell Jake to just call me Star. Maybe that'll make his life easier. Looks like Aunt Miranda and Uncle Basil are talking about the case right now. He wasn't hurt, just knocked unconscious. Well, it's all rather mysterious, isn't it? Reminds me a bit of my novella, The Secret of Blackden Grange, I think. You remember all about the man who wakes up and finds that his house has been burgled, but nothing's missing. Yes, Basil, I remember it. That's exactly what's so odd about this case. No one's even sure if anything was removed from the area. I mean, who would try to haul away one of those huge stones? I guess we'll talk to Aunt Miranda first. This one really has the police puzzled. It appears that a guy at Stonehenge was attacked last night, a fellow by the name of Avery. Someone put a rag soaked in chloroform, a powerful anesthetic, over his mouth and nose. The next thing he knew, it was hours later and he had been lying on the ground unconscious. You mean no one found him? Before that? The really juicy bit is that the man swears this happened after he went to investigate a mysterious white-robed figure he saw lurking amongst the stones. I bet my article on this bizarre event will make the front page. I'll make the headline, Druid Attack at Stonehenge. Inspector Gage said that the case file would be available later today over at Scotland Yard. I must get a look at it. Salisbury Plain is where Stonehenge is located. The place has always been shrouded in mystery. No one is sure who built the ancient stone circle or what it was used for. But there are thousands of theories. I've heard some people say it was built by the Druids, an ancient order of nature worshippers, for their bloodthirsty rituals. In all paintings I've seen, Druids always wear long white robes. People say that they performed sacrifices at Stonehenge. They also may have invented ways to predict the best times to plant and harvest crops using the cycles of the moon. This latest incident may mean that the Druids have returned to claim their ancient temple. How exciting! Perhaps I'll set my next story for Sleuth magazine in Stonehenge. Oh, Basil, really, your imagination is incredible. Those Stonehenge Druid stories are pure drivel. Okay, I guess we are going down to the Scotland Yard. I guess. I hope my sound is working fine. It looks a bit stuck in OBS. Inspector Gage and Aunt Miranda have known each other for years. It's really nice of him to let us take a look at his case file. The guy's story is odd, but I'm inclined to believe him. Mr. Avery is a long-time employee at Stonehenge and he has a sterling reputation. Besides, there's a disturbing link between last night's attack and a recent Snoopy's auction. Really now? 2 days ago I attended an estate sale at Snoopy's that uncovered an old letter. It was written by Lord Langley, who died quite suddenly back in 1842. I believe that the letter has something to do with this case. Indeed, it may be the cause of the attack itself. Langley was a close friend of a former owner of Stonehenge back before it became a public monument. Apparently he went digging on part of the site without his friend's permission. Wow. What he found 150 years ago may be exactly what our mysterious white-robed assailant sought last night. I was at the auction house when the letter was discovered. I've kept it under lock and key here at Scotland Yard. Are you gonna show us? Since then, so I know for a fact that only 5 people have seen it. Now you're gonna add 2 more. Besides myself and Sondra Trent, the auctioneer at Snoopy's, only 3 people know of the letter's existence. Curator Buckley at British Museum, his assistant Percy Tripp, and Professor Mayton from Oxford University. Okay. Since you two will be helping out on the case, I'd appreciate if you'd have a look at it as well. Yeah. I think you'll find that the letter's discovery and last night's attack are no mere coincidence. Is it this one? Guess not. The file on the Stonehenge case mentions vandalism that took place while the guard was unconscious. So there were vandalism. There was. 4 small holes were dug around the base of some of the large standing stones. Okay. A police examination of the holes showed that although the earth was disturbed, nothing seems to have been removed. Okay. There were no impressions in any of the holes to suggest that anything had been found. Okay. As you can see, whatever our white-clad trespasser was looking for, he didn't find it. I suspect he gave up and fled as he saw the guard begin to revive. Is this a letter then? Okay, it's his desk calendar. He was out on an all-night stakeout with 2 constables. He has an alibi. Good. Lord Langley's, not that I adopted him. Dear friend, despite your order that I should await your return to begin my excavations at the Giant's Dance. Giant's Dance? I confess I could not resist its mystery. Digging beneath the stone which we so recently saw crowned by this midsummer sunrise, I believe I discovered a treasure that will delight your eyes and incite your forgiveness. A remnant of our Celtic ancestors. Not wishing to unearth this priceless find, I've turned down the soil atop it once more. The statement made by John Avery, the Stonehenge guard who was attacked, is on the videotape in the department VCR. I was just making my rounds, right when I saw a strange figure moving in amongst the stones. We close up at 6 p.m. and no one's allowed in again until 10 in the morning, so I took my torch and went to have a look-see. It was that dark. I couldn't make out any features, but he was wearing a loose white hooded robe, like I've seen on some of them street fellas. I made my way in to tell him to clear off, but I lost sight of him amongst the stones. When I got inside the sarsen stones, I felt a hand clamp, a fierce-smelling rat to my mouth and nose, and next I know I was lying on the ground where I'd fallen and not a soul inside. When my eyes cleared, I had a look around for the fella, but he must have scuppered off while I was still out. I found my torch beside one of them holes he'd dug, but no trace of him at all. Okay. I think we're going to the Stonehenge. It's going to ask me for directions, is it? Okay, no. Okay, I guess we are not going to the Stonehenge. Oh, too bad. But these men are pretty regular people. We always see them, so... I mean, I don't think it should be them. I've learned to trust them, I think. At least Percy Tripp. Mr. Buckley and Mr. Tripp looked pretty upset. I wonder if they've heard about the attack on Mr. Avery last night. I'd be disappointed if it was you, Percy. Can you believe they've put a find like this in the hands of that self-styled Welsh wizard? The greatest expert on Stonehenge alive today, they said. I mean, really. Mayton may be a famous expert, but both Tripp and I are as well versed in prehistoric monuments as anyone alive today. This really is a slap in the face to the British Museum, I can tell you. I guess Mayton's a suspect now because his name does not sound familiar, but we'll see. Hey, Percy. You know, this is just a sort of find that could make a fellow's career. I mean, I don't like him that much, but I don't hate him. If a bright fellow and enterprising fellow, fellow such as myself, were to dig up those artifacts, well, it could mean offers beyond one's wildest dreams. I mean, he's a lot of talk, but imagine books, lecture tours, seminars at prestigious universities, perhaps even the promotion I so richly deserve. They might even name the findings a trip collection. Curb your ambitious fantasies for a moment, won't you, and see to filing these papers. Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Buckley, right away, sir. But he doesn't seem like the type. Yeah, I feel like because if you put chloroform over someone's mouth and stuff, it's like it's quite harmful. So I feel like while he's like full on himself, he doesn't seem like the type who will do that to other people, like harm other people. Better not be him. The Snoopies. Snoopies is a really big auction house. They've auctioned off everything from Picasso's paintings to Babe Ruth's first baseball jersey. Okay. Who is this? Have we met? Maybe? Well, it was a thrilling moment. I took one look at that dear Brackney cherrywood writing box and I knew instantly it contained a secret panel. Many of that particular period did. Inspector Gage happened to be here, bidding on a service revolver that once belonged to Rudyard Kipling. He noticed I was having difficulty opening the box, and gave me a hand. The letter was hidden inside. Oh, you found the letter. The date on the letter about Stonehenge was July 13th, 1842. I researched the data we had on the estate, and it appears that Lord Langley, the letter's author, never sent it. He died only a few days later after a fall from his horse. Oh, that's tragic. Once we read the letter, we immediately called in 3 top experts on Stonehenge, who went over the letter in detail. I was called away to supervise moving a painting, but they all seemed very excited over the letter's contents. I gathered that it referred to some sort of ancient treasure buried at Stonehenge. I've never studied Stonehenge myself, but it sounded like quite a find. An ancient treasure from Stonehenge would probably be quite valuable to a collector. Let's talk to you first. Well, I just think it's super that London Society of Antiquaries, I don't know how to pronounce that, but okay, is taking such an interest in a letter found here at Snoopy's. Of course, Snoopy's has always been the place to find the strange and wonderful. Sandra's thrilled, of course. She seems fascinated by the idea that there might be some kind of archaeological treasure from the Stone Age just waiting to be plundered. Seems the excitement was just too much for her. She was too ill to come to work yesterday. I must say I'm amused to no end that they've named Professor Mayton head of the new excavation at Stonehenge. What a blow to that pompous Buckley and his nivelling toady troop. Well done, I say. Lord Langley's writing box is made of cherry wood. The surface is smooth and polished. A large golden plaque on the box is inscribed to his initials, M.A.L. Which part of Lord Langley is M.A.L.? Oh, yeah, he should have first names. The secret panel covering the false bottom has been slipped aside. There is approximately an inch of space in which to hide letters or documents. An inch, okay. Okay. Oh, yep, we are going to Stonehenge, yes. No, we are going to the university. Stonehenge is really mysterious, even when there aren't creepy robbers in white robes hanging out there. Let's see, which train do we need to get there? See, I knew it. I knew they were going to ask. Okay, well, I guess as long as I don't have to check the compass. I believe Stonehenge is in Salisbury. Yep, okay. Oh no, platform. Okay, we're going to do the 1, 2, 3 thing. Right, the train to Salisbury will get us to Stonehenge, but which platform do we need to find? My watch says it's 10:09 right now. Have a look at her train schedule and see if you can find out which platform the next train to Salisbury leaves from. Here we go. Alright, how about a 7? How about a 7? Okay, it's a 7. That's right, we need to head to platform 7 to catch the 10:15 train to Salisbury. Let's go! Okay. Oh, I didn't read that. Oh, okay. I think that's supposed to be new. Oh well, I can check back when I edit, I guess. That's a new sound. Yeah, I agree with Jake. Wow, this place is intense, just like the song that just played. Feel that wind? I read that Salisbury Plain is the windiest place of all in all of London, in all of England. Let's see if that guard can tell us anything about the weird stuff that went on last night. This must be Avery. Oh no. It's got us all a bit spooked, you know, this story of Avery's. Mystical white-robed intruder strolling about the stones has me looking over my shoulder, don't you know? Let me show you where the holes were found. They're over here by the inner Sarsen stones. Mind you don't trip over the guard rope now. I guess Avery is taking a break. The holes dug by the intruder are about 2 feet deep. Need to convert that to meters. I guess I would say... yeah, definitely less than a meter. There is one at the base of each of 4 standing stones. Okay, so 4. None of the holes seem to have anything removed from them. There is no impression of a missing object pulled out of the dirt. Thanks for letting us inside the rope, Barry, Mr. Becker. Is that there to help the police keep the crime scene fresh? No, it's to keep tourists out, right? Oh no, this rope is up all year round. Before this barrier was up, I'm sad to say some visitors to Stonehenge would carve their initials in the stones. Vandalism! And even chip off pieces of them as souvenirs. If everyone did that, there'd soon be nothing left. Indeed, that's true. The guidebook says that these huge standing stones are called the Sarsen stones. The stone across the top is called the lintel. This, I guess. Scientists believe that these stone circles were built over 4,000 years ago. Some of the rocks have fallen over since then, but you can still see the shape of the inner horseshoe and the outer circle that make up Stonehenge. Okay. There's someone over there. I think they'll transport me somewhere, so I'll just press here. The guidebook calls this stone the heel stone. It's far outside the stone circle, marking the path that leads into the center. Okay. Ah, you found the heel stone. All of the rocks here are mysterious and ancient, but this one has a very special meaning. I'd like to know what it is. What do you mean, Mr. Becker? Is this where the druids perform human sacrifices? Wow. Jake. No. Human sacrifices? Who told you that rubbish? No, this stone is more of an astronomical signpost. It was set here by the ancients to help them mark the longest day of the year, Midsummer's Day. How do you do that? On that day, we stand in the center of the stone circle. You see the sunrise right on the tip of this stone. Ah. Anyone who studied Stonehenge could tell you that. So this is the stone that would be crowned by the midsummer sunrise. But the mysterious figure in white didn't drink around this stone at all. I wonder why. So it's someone who didn't read the letter? The smaller stones that make a circle inside the stars and stones are called blue stones because of their bluish color. The guidebook says these stones were brought here from the Preseli Mountains in Wales. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrongly. Wait, hang on. So the smaller stones make a circle inside the Sarsen stones. So Sarsen stones are outside? Are called blue stones, so because they're of the bluish color. Okay, the stones were brought here from... okay, almost 150 miles away. Okay. No one is absolutely sure how the people who built Stonehenge managed to transport the huge rocks across that great distance. In 2000 BC, there were no trucks or railroads to make the job easier. Interesting. I mean, Well, they have cards, I guess? It didn't transport me anywhere. Now to Oxford. Oxford is a university where Professor Mayton teaches. This train will take us there. Wait, we've met him, haven't we? Oxford University is a really great college. Some of the most famous figures of history have studied here. Like him? I mean, he's not history, so... Stonehenge, the ancient Romans named it Coria Gigantum, which means the giant's dance. I've longed to uncover its mystery since my boyhood in Wales. If only they'd let me begin today. It's a great honour that London Society of Antiquaries put me in charge of the excavation, but they forced me to put it off the dig until October. The idea of waiting that long to unearth this find is driving me to madness. Could the artifact be some kind of Druid treasure? No, the Druids probably had little or nothing to do with Stonehenge. I'm hoping that this treasure is a Bronze Age grave from thousands of years ago. If it is, the items buried there will tell us a great deal about Britain's ancient past. Okay. Bronze Age grave from thousands of years ago. But I thought the Druids built Stonehenge. That, I'm afraid, is a myth as unproven as the legends of Merlin the magician. People love to connect Druids with Stonehenge. I suppose it's a romantic image, white-robed figures performing ancient rites among the silent stones. People sometimes prefer to believe what they would like to be true rather than what historians know to be true. Then there were no real Druids? Oh, quite the contrary. Julius Caesar himself wrote about them at the time of the Roman occupation of Britain. The ancient Druids indeed existed. But Stonehenge was constructed almost 2,000 years before the Romans came here, certainly before the Druids ever came to be. Who then built Stonehenge? We may never know, but perhaps this excavation may lend us some clues. I believe it's still not known even now, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check it out. But, are we done? Okay, we are. So I only have one suspect in mind. I guess we'll hit somewhere and we'll try to solve it. We're gonna report directly to Inspector Gage. So we'll be here. Okay, so let's think through these. Oops. Okay, let's look at our suspects first now. Percy Tripp is off the list. Sondra, Professor Mayton, Mr. Buckley. I only have one suspect in mind, it's her. But it could be him. We don't know where he was. Actually, we don't know where he was either. We'll see. But whoever it is, I'll be so disappointed because you used chloroform on the guard. Okay, so we'll solve. I'm gonna go for Sondra first, so I'm gonna find Sondra's stuff. So, she's sick. Sondra Trent did not come to work. Okay. And has never studied Stonehenge. Okay. But she knows a bit. Okay, can we find out about the letter? What does the letter say? Wait, hang on. That a priceless Celtic artifact is buried underneath the stone crown by the midsummer sunrise. So maybe she didn't get this part. Perhaps. And if we can find a certain evidence that would prove that would solidify that egg. The heel stone is outside of the main stone circle. The heel stone is a stone. So that anyone who has studied Stonehenge, okay, and I think we need to. Oh no, I'm not sure. Maybe this. Okay, those are the clues we need. Now point out who you suspect are. Okay. You use chloroform, shame on you. this mystery had a few misleading trails. In the end, what mattered wasn't what the culprit knew, but what they didn't know. But whoever attacked the guard was looking for something like the treasure mentioned in Lord Langley's letter. Inspector Gage told us that only he, Sandra Trent, Professor Maiden, Curator Buckley, and Percy Tripp had seen Lord Langley's letter. The inspector's dad's calendar showed that he had been on a stakeout all night with 2 other constables, so we could rule him out. The letter said that the ancient artifacts were buried under the stone crown by the midsummer sunrise. Mr. Becker, today guard at Stonehenge, told us that the person standing in the center of Stonehenge would see the sun come up at the Hillstone on the midsummer's day. He said that anyone who studied Stonehenge would know this, but the person who attacked the guard didn't know this. They dug for the treasure underneath the stones which make up the inner circle, not at the Hillstone, which is way outside the main area. Professor Mayton, Curator Buckley, and Percy Tripp are all experts on Stonehenge. They knew instantly that the treasure was buried under the Hillstone, and that's where they would have dug to retrieve it. But Sandra Tran is not an expert on Stonehenge. Overhearing the conversation of others, she realized that the giant's dance referred to Stonehenge, but she did not catch the reference to the Hillstone. So when she went to Stonehenge and insulted the guard, she dug for the treasure under the wrong stones. You do not assault guards. Sandra Tran of Studby's auction house was arrested yesterday. Good job. With the help of Eagle Eye detectives Sarkaze Gamer and Jack Giggle on the charges of assault and trespassing. Miss Trans confessed to being the mysterious white-robe figure who last evening rendered a Stonehenge guard unconscious in order to steal what may be a landmark catch of Bronze Age artifacts. The praise should go to Sarkaze. She put together the vital clues that led us to arrest Miss Wren, Inspector Gage stated. After studying the witness profiles and facts on Stonehenge itself, the young detective deduced that only Miss Wren would have dug for the artifacts under the wrong stones. The official excavation on the site will begin in October. We'll be sure to send a special package on our findings to our young friends in the States, said Professor Mayton, lead archaeologist on the dig. See, I knew it wasn't Percy Tripp. He's been here too long. We've grown to trust each other. Okay, so the next case will be Keys of the Pirate Puzzle. So until the next time, thank you for watching and goodbye.